So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Superboy 124, published October 1965, with story by Otto Binder and art by George Papp. Would you like to have the marvelous ability to spin webs like a spider, or possess the super strength of an ant, a grasshopper's powerful jumping legs, a beetle's armor plate shell? Well, these fanciful insect powers are one day bestowed upon Lana Lang, plunging her into the adventures of her life, including the triumph of performing super feats that amaze Superboy himself. Enjoy the fun and fancy along with Lana as she becomes the insect queen of Smallville. So this one actually is in my Legion of Superheroes omnibus, and it's Legion adjacent, even though the Legion does not appear in this story, because she will eventually become a honorary member. So she's out gathering flowers, and she hears, "Help, help! My goodness, a creature from another world. I can read your thoughts, Earthling. Yes, I was exploring your planet when this dead tree fell on me. I'm trapped." So she helps him to get free, and he gives her a reward. That ring has biogenetic powers that will be revealed to you when you need them. It will aid you as you have aided me. Farewell. Gosh, I wonder what the ring will do. Well, I'd better take the flowers home now. So she goes home, and during the night she hears this sound. She wishes she had more light, so I don't know why she doesn't turn a light switch on. But she says, "Jeepers, I'm a human firefly," which is kind of horrifying. Yipes, this place is haunted. It's a burglar. Make me a human firefly again. Nothing happened. I guess that's the end of the ring's strange powers. So the next day she's out playing badminton with Clark Kent, and the bird lands up on a roof. So he goes to go retrieve it, when all of a sudden, good heavens, the ring worked in a different way. I guess the firefly change didn't work twice, because the ring gives me each insect ability only once. Well, that's quite an assumption. This is kind of a bit of body horror, I would say. But she's a grasshopper, and she jumps up on the roof. Here's another bird. Lana, huh? How did you retrieve that one? Oh, another gust of wind blew it down. So later she's in class, and she forgot to do her homework. So she grows antennae and then sends a message to her mother, because she thinks some species use antennas for sending and receiving vibratory messages. So her mother is confused, but she is asked to read the homework to Lana Lang, which she does. After class, the teacher says to Lana, "You misspelled an important word, Lana. Ecstasy. Write it 100 times on the blackboard. I'll be back later." Was she the only one who got a word wrong? That seems like quite a punishment for her. But she becomes a centipede. Eek! I'm a centipede. Did the ring have to pick such an ugly form? Well, anyway, I have plenty of hands to grab pieces of chalk, and she writes them all up there. Goodness, all done already? Even Superboy couldn't have written it faster with his super speed. Well, he could have. So she creates a costume with fake wings, I guess. And then, now before it seemed like she didn't necessarily have control over what she became, but now she is able to turn herself into a dragonfly as Insect Queen. So an armored car is stalled, and she manages to use the proportional strength of an ant to carry it to Smallville National Bank. Superboy spots her. "I heard there was trouble with the money shipment, huh? Too late, Superboy. It's all taken care of by me, the Insect Queen. See you around. Ta-ta." And then later she becomes, I guess, a bee? And then a beetle, because she's trying to stop a crime in a warehouse. And the bullets bounce off, which I feel like they would just go through her shell. But they don't. So they dump a bunch of fabric on her, and she simply becomes a moth and consumes the fabric to get out. Then she becomes a spider and uses webbing to capture the criminals. Who is this Insect Queen who's beating me out on super jobs? I could find out with my X-ray vision, but that wouldn't be cricket. Wouldn't you like to know, Superboy? You're not the only one with a secret identity, but bye now. So Clark Kent and Lana are kind of hanging out when a message comes over the radio. "Flash! the eating place known as the Leaning Tower of Pizza is threatening to fall in a high wind. And so she figures she's always suspicious that Clark is Superboy. So she's thinking, well, he's now going to try and duck out and take care of the problem. So she becomes Insect Queen, revealing her secret, and then wraps him in a cocoon. And then the cocoon flies out the window. This proves you are Superboy, Clark, on your way to save the falling tower. So she's watching the cocoon. Meanwhile, he punches his way out, but so fast that she doesn't see it, and then straightens the Tower of Pizza. He flies back in, and then the cocoon kind of settles to the ground. Clark, you have wings like a butterfly. Well, if caterpillars can change to butterflies inside cocoons, why not me? Luckily, my wings are withering away because I'm secretly searing them with my heat vision till they fall apart. My trick was all pointless, trying to prove you were Superboy, Clark. Phooey. I can't think of any more insect powers right now. When I've dreamed up a new list, I'll have more super thrills as the Insect Queen someday. I have so many questions about this. First of all, her changes are quite horrifying. But also, she can only be once, so she can never be a bee again. She can never be a beetle again. Like, there's, I think, thousands of different types of beetles. Can she just choose any type of beetle? So I assume at some point we'll see her actually join the Legion of Superheroes. So I don't think this is the end of Insect Queen.